Well, hello, my lovelies. Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Dr. Cheryl, and only once a year, and you're in it, baby. I jump on here on the socials live to answer your questions. And why is that? It's because this is the month, babies. It starts in just a couple days. October is the month where I will be offering my free workshops to you. And these are quite an extraordinary experience. Make sure you click below and get on the wait list. You'll be able to choose your time in just a few days. And I teach this workshop live each time. I teach it 4 different times, and you can join with your sweetheart or on your own if they are resistant. And then you can send them the replay and they can watch it on their own time. And I'm going to send you a small workbook, and it's a chance to really learn from me the 3 keys to great relationship. And I stick around at the end, usually for over an hour, and I ask your questions. The cool thing is I'm the only one on camera. It'll be totally confidential and anonymous for you. If you don't want to be spreading your business in front of other people, you'll send me your questions privately. But let's warm up towards this amazing time together, because for the next month, I'm going to be on the socials here about 3 times a week live answering your specific relationship questions. So here we go. The first one is from Stephan and Margot, and they ask one of the hugest pain points in longer term couples. And by longer term couples, by the way, I mean you've been together like more than a couple of 3 years. And this is, we rarely or ever make love. It's going to shock a lot of you that 30 to 40% of couples in a longer term relationship are not making love at all. I know, pretty startling, right? Well, not really if you're 30 or 40% of couples, but we're not talking about this around the dinner table. We're probably not even confessing to our closest friends that we're not making love because we have, unfortunately and incorrectly, a lot of shame and embarrassment about it because we think we're the only ones. So Stephan and Margot, you're not the only ones not making love at all. Your question is it ever possible to reignite a sexual relationship? Now, I'm going to always keep it real. I'm an extremely well-trained sex therapist, clinical psychologist, couples therapist, writer, author, speaker, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of information out there, some of it from people who are well-intentioned perhaps, but don't have a great deal of training. And if they, kind of pitch you the, great sex in 14 days, maybe if you're 19 and effing like bunnies, but for real couples in long-term love, sadly, the sexual drive tends to decline a lot over time, and it's not your fault and it's not your broken. There are multiple factors for a decline in sexual drive in long-term relationship. For today, I'll briefly break these down, and I'll go more into it in the more immersive workshops we're having later this month. But first of all, there can be psychological issues as to why your sex drive goes down. You're really tired. You're really worried about the kids. You're working too hard. There's no real mental space for sexuality. There can be relationship issues. Ding, 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 ding. You don't feel like making love to someone who's been critical or unkind or nasty or not keeping their commitments to you, not doing their fair share of the household or bringing finances in, or you're having ugly arguments, or you're really not getting along well, or you've got that kind of we're roommates and parents, we're not really lovers anymore feeling going on. So many reasons in our relationship that can really throw a damp blanket on our sex drive for each other. Now, listen. When you were dating, you were having a whale of a time. You were having a great time. You were communicating, you were connecting, you were planning special dates, you were wearing sexy underwear. Yeah, you guys too. Whether you're hetero, LGBTQ plus, trans, whomever you are, I love you. You're my people. Whoever you love and however you love, apply this to you. When you were dating or seducing your now mate, you tried harder. They tried harder. It can be very difficult to manufacture the type of novelty and excitement and zing we had when we were dating. So when we're in a longer term relationship, our sex drive for each other can really, really start to wane. I've mentioned it can be psychological factors and physical factors too, like fatigue, other physical factors. Changes in your body through menstruation, through childbirth, through breastfeeding, through menopause. For men, changes as you age, your penis and your erections will change. Not all the time, but some of the time, your own sex drive will go down. And often heterosexual and gay men are more embarrassed to admit that they don't have much sex drive anymore. Also, overuse or use of porn can be a problem. Choosing to choose erotica for yourself and or the two of you together can be a fun enhancement for a relationship. But any overuse of intense pornography can really lead to real sex being kind of boring, can cause some real sexual dysfunction. Women in menopause can have a huge decrease in sex drive. This happened in my body, and it was a real shock to me because I've always had a very easy, high turn on, a very easy sexual response, and a very high and glorious sex drive. After menopause, it changed radically. So I needed to change how I approach sexuality. So your question is, We never have sex. Is it possible to bring it back? The answer is yes, but it's a qualified yes, because I keep it real and I teach the real work, which is quite difficult at times and it takes a lot of work. If you were really unfit and you have 50 pounds to lose and your muscles are very underdeveloped and you have no muscle strength, you can barely walk 2 telephone poles lengths without gasping, can you become fit? Can you lose a big chunk of weight? The answer is yes. How can you do it? By making some pretty significant changes that you do consistently over time. Like for 6 months or a year, you walk a little bit, maybe one extra telephone pole every other day. You gradually build up your stamina. You start doing a bit of movement without weights and then with light weights, and then maybe in several months with heavier weights. You change how you eat bit by bit and eat in a more wholesome, healthy way that supports your own unique physiology. And what happens 6 to 12 months from now, 18 months from now, fill in the dates here, you will be stronger in your muscles, you'll have more stamina, and you'll have lost weight. This is real stuff. So, couples work, oh, please watch out for quick fixes. It really frustrates me and it hurts my heart when people are bamboozled into getting a book or a class or following someone on the socials here who doesn't really know what they're talking about. And again, they may have good intentions and a good heart, but couples work is incredibly nuanced and incredibly difficult. Make sure you only work with someone who's highly, highly trained. I have 13 years of university to begin with. I taught university. I'm a researcher. I was accepted to medical schools. I was accepted to Harvard Medical School. I was a university professor. I've written a published book, not a self-published book, a book that a publisher came after me. I've been quoted in the New York Times and Boston Globe. I have a podcast of over 200 episodes. Please check it out. I'm not bragging. I'm reassuring. I know what I'm talking about. I'm here to give you real work. So when the question is, Dr. Cheryl, can we improve our sex life? Can we move from having no sex at all to having sex again? My answer is a qualified and absolutely strong yes, you can, but it takes work. The model I teach in all of my freely available work, like what you're watching right now, and in my 3-month immersion Become Passion Couples program, which I teach sometimes twice a year, usually once a year. This year in 2025, I'm only teaching it once. We kick off in the 3rd week of October together. That's why I'm inviting you to the free masterclass where I'll go over the 3 keys to great relationship, to the model. One of the keys is communication, conflict resolution, trust, emotional connection, being each other's best friend, having each other's back, knowing how to negotiate problems, etc. The second key is what I call thrill, but it's the stuff I referred to briefly here today. The romance part, the thrill part, the dating part, the having fun part, all that yummy goodness. And the third is sensuality and sexuality. Today, we're starting with the third. But you can't build a triangle without the other 2 sides being strong. So what you'll learn in the masterclass is if you want to renovate your sexual relationship, you'll also be renovating your communication, how well you handle ugly arguments, how well you trust each other emotionally, how much fun you're having, how much lightness, kindness, politeness, sweetness, connection you have between you. So these are the 3 keys to passion. That's what the free couples workshop masterclasses are about. Make sure you click below and get on the wait list or get a chance to choose your one of the 4 live classes I'll be teaching. A reminder, you can send me your questions on that live class confidentially and anonymously, and I'll answer them. What are the steps to becoming sexual when you haven't been? Well, first of all, I have to figure out what's in the way. That takes a lot of work. We figure out what's in the way in terms of your relationship problems, in terms of your psychological stuff, in terms of your physical problems, and in terms of the fact that sex drive tends to change a lot for a lot of us as we age and as our bodies age, or because we've been together a long time and we're just kind of bored with each other. We look at the steps you might want to take from where you are, sexless or low sex, towards being more sexual. If you're reasonably sexual now, you make love once or twice a week, you enjoy it, it's pretty good. It might be what I call nipple, crotch, good night, which means it's decent sex, but it's pretty repetitive. It almost could be a bit boring, even though hopefully it's satisfying and there's 2 orgasms involved, if not more. But you've lost the kind of spark and the creativity and the experimentation and the risk. And so I take you where you are as a couple. If you haven't made love in 6 years, that's where we start. I don't say go make love this weekend. I help you reconnect in other physical, not quite as sexual ways, like a lot more hugging, maybe having a bath together, scrubbing each other's back, touching each other's bodies gently, warming you up to where it doesn't feel so weird to be naked together. Because if you haven't made love in years, it may feel really awkward or uncomfortable to make love with each other or to be seen naked. And also, there might be a lot of hurt in the way. No kidding, right? If you've moved into low sex or sexual, almost for sure, there's been arguments about it over time. And now it's just the huge elephant in the room that neither of you talk about anymore. We need to really help you learn to communicate. That's the first third of my program, my 3-month program. We need to learn to help you appreciate and romance each other, to fall back in love again with the one you're already with, as I like to put it. We need to help you improve the other two sides of your triangle before we tackle the sexuality part. Then we look at everything from, do you orgasm or not? Is your penis working well or not? Do you have premature ejaculation or erection difficulties? Are you having solo sex? Yes, I mean masturbation, but you're not making love with each other. How do we bridge that? How do we get you communicating about your hopes and dreams, your worries, your concerns, and your past hurts around your sexual life? Oh my goodness, people. Are you hearing how comprehensive this is? There's not a quick fix here. There's not a, oh, just do these 3 things and you'll have a great sex life. If there was, I would teach it because I teach things that are effective. Instead, I teach a longer, more laborious, more profound, more intense, stepwise process based on 30 years of experience. My colleagues in the field that are the very best at what they do, some of them do live classes and recorded master classes for us in the 3-month program and more. But today, to Stephan and Margot and everybody else who feels despair, who says we're not making love at all and we don't know how to get started, know that there's a roadmap, know that it takes time, know you need a great guide, and know I'm here to help you. Make sure you come to the masterclass and I'll go more into this. But for today, I just wanted to give you that taste. I'll be showing up about 3 times a week here live on the socials. So if you want me to answer your question, and I can, of course, do it anonymously, please email it to hello@drcherylfraser.com. And my assistant will compile those questions and I'll pick one each time I hop on live and I'll answer those relationship questions for you. For now, I want to thank you for caring about your relationship. I want you to thank you for trusting me. Please reach out. Make sure you're on our email list so you get the monthly videos or quick science-based tips I send out. And most of all, I can't wait to meet you on the live masterclasses. You just pick one, but I teach it 4 times. You can come to more than one if you want, and it's live each time. These are not pre-recorded. This isn't a trick. It's me live teaching, answering your questions, addressing certain topics that have most helped to the people on each individual call. And I love it. It's my favorite time of the year, and I can't wait to get to meet you. Stay tuned for our next live coming in the next couple days. Send me your question, and I may answer it. And of course, I don't need to use your name. Until then, keep making love intentional. Don't give up. Love takes work, but it's the best investment you can make.